What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tree City Trading. My name's Tree City Wes. Today we're going to be going over Xenify. We're going to cover what Xenify is, how to qualify for the airdrop, and what the rollout process is going to be like for the next year. So let's get into it. So what is Xenify? According to their Twitter, Xenify is a cross-chain meta aggregator of aggregators. Now that's a mouthful, but what does that mean? To understand what that means, you have to understand what a DEX is. A DEX is a decentralized exchange. This is where crypto holders can come and trade crypto with liquidity pools. Holders can provide liquidity to earn fees, and some examples of DEXs are Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Trader Joe on Avalanche, Spookify on Phantom. And typically, every chain has at least one main DEX, but there can be several DEXs, and that's where these aggregators come in. Now, the first type of aggregator is a DEX aggregator, something like 1inch. What 1inch does is it actually searches all the DEXs on a specific blockchain to find the best price and get you the most value for your trade. So say in Ethereum, one of the smaller DEXs has a better trade for you than what Uniswap does. 1inch will actually execute the trade on the better DEX to get you the better deal rather than only using Uniswap or the main DEX. So that's what one example of an aggregator is, a DEX aggregator. It'll actually find the best deal on a DEX for you. But what about cross-chain? Well, there's also cross-chain aggregators, something like Rubik. What Rubik is a cross-chain aggregator. So it kind of does the same thing that 1inch does, but it's for cross-chain transactions. It'll find the best cross-chain transaction for your value. So if you want to jump from Polygon to Ethereum or Ethereum to Pulse Chain, you can come over to Rubik and it'll find the best cross-chain path for you, something like Change Now or something else. While Rubik is only one cross-chain aggregator, Xenify is actually an aggregator of aggregators. It'll include Rubik in the list of aggregators that it's going to search to find the best transaction for you. You can actually use Xenify to not only find the best cross-chain swap, but also the best liquidity swap on the DEX on the other side. So say you want to go from Ethereum Zen to Polygon DBZen, you can use Xenify, and Xenify will search the aggregators to not only find the best cross-chain swap, but also the best value for the trade. So how does this work and what does this look like? Well, this is what the Xenify interface looks like. If I come over here, you'll notice it says send on ETH and receive on ETH. But let's say I had some BNB and I wanted to turn it into DBZen on Avalanche. Well, this is what I would use Xenify for. So I'd come over here, I would change the send on to BNB, and then I would change the receiving network to Avalanche and change the token to DBZen. And what's really cool is this is actually built for the Zen ecosystem. So when I switch it to Avalanche, it automatically has the Avalanche token, the AZen token, the ADBZen token, the A Phoenix token already lined up, so I don't have to go searching for the contract addresses. Here, I'll just click on ADXN, and now you can see I'm ready to swap BNB for ADXN. So say I wanted to trade $25 of BNB for some ADXN, it actually gives me two different paths, and I can pick the best one. The Voyager path actually gives me much less DBZen because of the liquidity is less there. So if I use the XY Finance path, it's going to give me more DBZen, 260 DBZen on Avalanche. And then I can execute the trade and receive the DBZen on the Avalanche side. And I'll be honest, I used to be a big fan of 1inch and Rubik and Change Now, but now I'm finding that Xenify kind of has everything all in one, and it's a lot easier for me to use. And I find myself going to Xenify also so I can earn the airdrop. So let's get into the airdrop. What's happening with this airdrop? Well, to understand the airdrop, I recommend you come over to the GitHub and read through all of this information. There's a lot of good documentation here. I'm not going to cover everything. I'm just going to give you a brief overview, but basically how the airdrop is going to work. Xenify is going to have a few platform tokens. One of those tokens is their XNF token. XNF serves as a reward token that stimulates user engagement within the Xenify protocol. Its unique tokenomic foundation paves the way for a distinctive method of claim and lock, which enhances user engagement and empowers users to manage their locking strategies. Users have the liberty to claim their XNF and determine the lock period, which can span for a minimum of 2 weeks to a maximum of 4 years. So that's pretty interesting. If you want to stake your XNF, it's a minimum of 2 weeks, it's a maximum of 4 years. So this is where it starts to get interesting. Imagine this scenario. You want to trade token A on Ethereum for token B on BNB chain. With Xenify, all it takes is a single click and a single transaction on Ethereum. No more hassle of navigating different chains and searching for the best rates, using different DEXs and worrying about the liquidity on each individual DEX. Xenify takes care of everything, providing you with the most favorable rates available. But there's more to Xenify than just being a cross-chain swap. It's a meticulously designed ecosystem with unique tokenomics, incorporating a groundbreaking and incentive model that benefits all participants. So what does that mean? So when people use Xenify, they're going to be charged a very small swap fee, a 0.5% swap fee to execute a swap on supported EVM chains. 100% of these swap fees are then given back to XNF stakers in a daily lobby that's kind of like DBZen. And this is where it gets really good for Zen. The only way to get XNF tokens is to burn Zen on the platform. So if you come over here on the Xenify platform, you know that notice there's a burn button, but it doesn't work yet. We can't really do anything with this burn button because the token rollout hasn't completed yet. And that's where the airdrop comes in. So let's talk about the airdrop. Normally when people come to use Xenify, they're going to take the 0.5% swap fee. That swap fee will go to the stakers of the XNF token. But the XNF token doesn't exist yet, so they're doing an airdrop to distribute the token initially. This is a fair way to distribute the token. There's no pre-sale, there's no VCs. It's going to go back to the community, and the airdrop is done in a daily lobby. Kind of like DBZen, kind of like the staking rewards on Xenify will be, but this is how they're doing the initial distribution of the tokens. To build anticipation for the upcoming launch of XNF on a new chain, a 60-day airdrop event will precede its deployment. As the platform users swap tokens, they'll be rewarded with a generous allocation of 1,500,000 tokens during this event, providing a fantastic opportunity to benefit in Xenify's growth. These 1,500,000 tokens will be initially distributed as locked tokens on launch day, gradually unlocking over a period of 730 days. For example, if you receive 100 tokens in the airdrop, you can expect approximately 0.1 XNF tokens to be unlocked in your wallet per day. So during the 60-day Genesis airdrop, Genesis meaning where the initial tokens come from, every day on the BNB chain, 25,000 XNF tokens are allocated for the airdrop. Your share of the airdrop will be based on your daily contribution and swap fees. So the more you swap on Xenify, the more the daily lobby you earn. So say on a particular day during the 60-day event, you have 50% of the swap fees that occurred on the platform, then you would get half of the 25,000 tokens or 12,500 XNF tokens in your airdrop for that day. And that happens every day for 60 days. So the first 60-day period is for Binance chain. After this first 60-day period is up, the next period will be for another chain such as Polygon or Avalanche. And then for the next 60 days, we'll be able to earn the address on that other chain. Their goal is to have the Genesis airdrops completed at the end of 2024, rolling into the beginning of the bull market. And to be honest, I couldn't think of a much more bullish thing than that, than to have your product ready to go right when the bull market's coming in. And being an early adopter and using their swap, using their product will earn you an airdrop for the 60-day event. So what happens with the Binance chain XNF once the 60 days is up? So at that point, we should be able to burn our Zen. This burn button should light up, and we should be able to burn our Zen for XNF tokens in a daily lobby, kind of like DBZen. You'll then get VVZen tokens, which is a dollar token. It's pegged to the price of $1 Zen dollar. Now, it's not a typical stable coin. It's not backed. It's basically a voucher that says, hey, I burned $1 of Zen, and then I can go redeem it for XNF on the chain of my choice. So in 1 year, let's say all the chains are released, XNF tokens in full force, I could technically burn some Zen on Ethereum, and I would get some VVZen on Ethereum. VVZen is pegged to $1, and it basically says, hey, he burned $20 of Ethereum on Zen. Now I could take that $20 of VVZen and take it over to Binance and burn it for Binance XNF. And then I can stake it on the Binance chain. So this is DBZen, except it's cross-chain. You're basically having a burn lobby for every chain, and you can pick which chain you want to earn your native rewards on. Once I stake my XNF in Binance, I'll start earning BNB, or I can burn my Ethereum, take the VVZen and burn it in Avalanche, and then I can take my AXNF and earn Avalanche tokens, AVAX tokens. It's a really cool idea. It basically allows you to burn on whatever chain you have Zen on, but earn whatever chain you want. You're not confined to that chain like you are in DBZen. So I can take my Zen from all chains, burn it in a particular chain like Pulse chain, and then only earn Pulse chain for all my Zen across all the chains rather than each chain individually. I think that's a really neat feature. It's going to be an amazing product once it's fully launched. Hopefully the swap continues to be awesome. And I really mean it when I say this swap has replaced at least 3 or 4 tools that I use on a daily basis. Things like 1inch, Rubik, Change Now. I just use Xenify and it finds the best path for me, and I earn the airdrop every time I use it. Now let's take a look at the swap interface. It does have some cool features. You can adjust the slippage, you can adjust the transaction speed, you can turn the price chart on and off if the graphics are slowing your computer down. A new feature that they added recently are the optional swap fees. If for some reason you don't want to partake in the airdrop and you want cheaper fees, you can actually select no added fees. Then you don't have the 0.5% taken away for the airdrop or for the stakers. And as you can see here, going from Polygon to AVAX, we have a bunch of options, including Rubik. I saw Change Now. We got StealthX, XY, Squid Router. There's a lot of good cross-chain aggregator swaps that Xenify picks from, and it finds the best value for you. I think it's an awesome tool. So to wrap things up, definitely go check out their Twitter, check out the swap, come over to their link tree. Shout out to Simran, Hardev, and Dayana. They're awesome in the chat. They're always in the Xenify support chat. I had a few small issues and I went in there, sent a few messages. They're very responsive, very on top of it, but definitely check it out. They have some awesome YouTube videos. I'm excited to see where this project goes as each chain unlocks. So we're going to keep an eye on that. If you want more in-depth information, check out their Medium. They have a quick 5-minute guide to how Xenify works, and they also have one for the airdrop. Definitely check out the light paper if you want to get really technical with it. As always, thank you for watching. My name is Tree City Wes. Tree City Trading is out.